So you're my husband's brother's wife, right? Man, it feels weird to say that. Like, that makes us practically nothing, right? But anyway, this is Annie's number, isn't it? Can I ask who this is? I'm Jerry's wife, Cindy. Oh, Cindy. I remember you now. Yeah, that's right. I'm Joey's wife, Annie. I'm trying to think. The last time we saw each other was your wedding, wasn't it? It's been far too long. Yeah, sure. Sorry to message you out of the blue. Anyway, Jerry and I decided we were going to come and stay with his folks for a few days this weekend. You and your husband Joey are living in his parents' house, aren't you? That's right. A while back, his parents got in a car accident, which left them both injured. We've been living with them ever since to help them out with taking care of the house, cooking meals, that sort of thing. Oh, are you? Okay, then you'll need to get one of the rooms ready for us to stay in. And one more thing, I want you to get some good food for us. And I mean good food, okay? Oh, really? Oh, that's a bummer. I was planning on making bad food, so you'll just have to deal with that. Are you serious right now? You're going to make bad food for us on purpose? It was a joke, Cindy. I'm sorry, I guess my brand of humor is a bit too dry for you. You call that humor? Ugh. Anyway, your poor attempt at a joke aside, your older brother and his wife are coming to stay with you. And remember, that house is not yours. It's my husband's parents'. They're allowing you to live there. That means you need to work overtime to ensure that we are comfortable and satisfied. Think about it this way. This is a test for whether or not you're worthy of being a member of this family. It's a test? Uh-oh, I never got very good grades in school. That doesn't surprise me at all, honestly. No, that was... Oh, forget it. Well, this is a far more important test than any you've ever taken before in your life. You should be thanking me for deigning to tell you about it. It's up to you to prepare some of the best food we've ever seen. Anything less than that, and it'll be like throwing mud on the family's name. Do I make myself clear? Yeah, sure, Cindy. I'll do my best. Hi there, Jerry. How are you doing these days?
Annie, it's great to hear from you. We're doing fine, no complaints here. How about you? I know it must be hard for you and Joey to take care of our parents all the time. I really appreciate everything you do for us.
Oh, it's no trouble, really. By the way, I just got a message from Cindy. I guess you guys are planning on staying here for a few days this weekend?
Yeah, that's right. I was planning on letting you guys know later on today. I hope it's not going to be too much trouble, since I'm sure you guys already have your hands full. I'm actually really looking forward to getting out of the house and having some company. To tell the truth, it's been kind of difficult adjusting to living with Cindy.
It won't be any trouble at all. You're more than welcome. And I totally understand about you and Cindy. You guys haven't been married all that long, and living with another person 24/7 takes some time to get adjusted to. That's why I thought I'd dust off my chef's cap and whip up something just like I did in the good old days. That'll be just the thing we need to help us all come closer as a family.
No way! Are you serious? You're actually gonna cook for us? Oh man, I don't know if I can afford that. How much do you need to make it worth your time?
For the family? Absolutely nothing.
No, I can't let you do this for free. I feel like at the bare minimum 10 Benjamins are in order.
Nonsense. I am serious. I don't need anything, okay? I'm doing it because I want to. So, do you have any requests? What are you in the mood for?
Good grief, somebody pinch me. I must be dreaming. All right, let's see. How about something Italian? That shouldn't be too much trouble.
Italian? Coming right up.
Man, I am so jealous of my brother and parents. They get to eat your cooking every day. I do most of the cooking for us, but I've kind of gotten tired of eating my own food.
Well, I'll prepare an Italian feast that will have your taste buds tingling all the way into the new year.
Stop! I can only get so excited before I have a stroke or something.
All right, well, I'll let you go now then. We're looking forward to seeing you guys. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Have you no shame? I told you to prepare some good food, not whatever pig slop this is. I mean, did you buy this from a convenience store or something? I feel like I'm going to get food poisoning just by looking at this stuff. Excuse me? Did you just call my cooking pig slop? That's incredibly rude and uncalled for, Cindy. But not even half as rude as what you did with the food I worked all day to prepare. I thought you were taking it into the kitchen to serve it onto plates. But you threw it all into the garbage? You're apparently incapable of comprehending the English language, so this is the only way I could get through to you. I was clear about my expectations for you, and you failed miserably. The family's oldest son and his wife came home to your house to visit, you uncultured cretin. You should have gotten us a professionally catered dinner. I am talking lobster, caviar, and sushi. You know, the food that people who actually matter eat. I have never in my life met a woman as senseless and classless as you. It pains me to even call you a woman. I don't believe the way you're talking to me right now. I don't believe what an awful hostess you are. I didn't ask you to cook anything by yourself. Who would want to eat anything that your filthy hands have touched? I mean, what is this stuff anyway? Did you just buy canned pasta sauce from the store? That might be good enough for someone with a caveman's taste in food, but some of us have more discerning tastes. My God, when I think that my poor husband's parents and little brother have to put up with eating this every day, it brings a tear to my eye. Plus, the smell of your cooking is just awful. I might have to get out of here. I think I might go and pick up some fast food instead. I spent all morning and afternoon getting this dinner ready for you guys when you got here, just for you to throw it all away and insult me? You might be my brother-in-law's wife, but there is only so much a person can take. Oh yeah, and just what are you going to do about it, huh? Don't you understand how low you rank around here? Your husband is the youngest son of the family, and you're living with his parents. That basically means you're nothing but a maid. Is that how you really feel? Duh. Honestly, I can't believe you actually agreed to move in with them. If Jerry told me I had to spend all my days babysitting his invalid parents, I think I'd divorce him on the spot. I see. Well, then in that case, allow me to save you the trouble of divorcing me. I'd rather die than stay married to a vile woman like you. Huh? What's with you all of a sudden? You're not my husband. Actually, I am, and I never want to see your face again. Wait a second. Jerry, is that really you?
That's right. I saw Annie's face turn pale as a ghost while staring at her phone, so I knew something must have been up. And knowing you, chances were that you were involved somehow, so I took the liberty of looking at the screen over her shoulder. I am so disappointed in you, Cindy. Ever since we got married, you've gradually let more and more of your true personality show, and I do not like what I'm seeing. Frankly, I don't think I'm going to be able to put up with you for the rest of the week, much less the rest of our lives.
Jerry, you are way overreacting to this. I mean, it's not like I'm the only one at fault here. Annie shares just as much of the blame as I do. Just look at the garbage food she tried to serve us. I have never felt so insulted in my life as when she put that stuff on the table. We came all the way out here to visit them, and she thinks she can serve us run-of-the-mill supermarket slop?
That run-of-the-mill supermarket slop was made by one of the most prominent chefs in the local food scene.
It was? Who?
Annie!
You're kidding.
No, I'm not. She's a professional chef who runs multiple high-end restaurants in the city. She got her start working as the chef of a 5-star restaurant I used to go to back when I was younger. She gradually worked her way up to where now she's the one overseeing the entire chain.
No way.
And since she's moved up to management, she's not cooking anywhere near as much as she used to. Today was supposed to be the first time I tasted her world-class cooking in years. But then you had to come along and ruin it. Not only did you insult her cooking, you threw it away. What's wrong with you? Your atrocious behavior is so infuriating, it's almost comical.
Jerry, wait, I had no idea she was such an amazing chef. I didn't know anything about her history until you told me just now.
To be honest, that's not even the biggest issue for me. You took something that she had worked all day to make for us and threw it in the trash. It wouldn't matter if she was a world-class chef or the worst cook in the world. You don't do that to someone. And since I see that you have absolutely no remorse for what you did, I don't think I can be with you anymore. I'm sick and tired of your stuck-up personality.
Please, Jerry, don't say that. Look, I can admit that I was a bit harsh on her, but I was thinking about you. We're the ones who were coming to visit them, so shouldn't she fix food that you and I like? We're both big seafood fans, aren't we? We've always gone out to that fancy sushi restaurant downtown for our anniversaries, and you always make me stuffed lobster on my birthday. She knew that, so she could have at least had some kind of seafood delivered to the house.
You're joking, aren't you?
Is there a problem with seafood?
My little brother Joey has a major seafood allergy. He can't eat shellfish or anything else of the sort. And it's not just eating seafood that triggers his allergies. He can't even touch dishes or silverware that have come in contact with it. Don't you remember the first time you came to meet my parents? You suggested we all go out for sushi, didn't you?
Well, yeah.
And I know for a fact that I told you about Joey's allergies at the time. Not only that, I also told you that his wife was a chef that day. Did you really forget all of that?
I guess I did.
Yeah, I expected no less. You don't think about anyone but yourself, and I'm done dealing with you.
Jerry, no.
You said you want to go get some fast food? Be my guest. After you're done eating, don't even think about coming back here. I don't want you to come anywhere near my family's house ever again. You can find a hotel or something else in the area to stay at tonight. I'll contact you once I'm ready to talk about what happens next.
Jerry, don't go. Won't you at least listen to my side of the story?
I'm not interested. Goodbye.
Jerry, please. Hi, Cindy. Just letting you know I gave the luggage you left at the house to the people at the front desk. You can come down to pick it up whenever it's convenient for you. And with that, I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your evening. Annie, wait, don't leave yet. I'm coming downstairs right now. I've got a thing or two to say to you, and you're gonna hear me out. Actually, I'm not. Both my husband and Jerry have told me they don't want me to speak to you in person anymore. Also, my husband drove us here, and he helped me carry your luggage inside. For what it's worth, I think he's even angrier with you than Jerry is. Are you sure you want to come down here and face him? He may have a thing or two to say to you himself. This is so unreal. Why is everyone on your side? Well, Jerry profusely apologized to me the second he pushed you out the front door. And his parents seemed unpleased with what you did tonight as well, so yeah, I'd say you're right. Oh, and by the way, I actually made a lot of food today. There was still plenty left over that I hadn't put out on the table yet when you threw everything away. Everyone was able to eat their fill tonight, so you don't need to worry about us going hungry or anything. You also don't need to bother to come down here and apologize. It's neither needed nor wanted. I don't care about your dinner. All I care about is that your insensitivity just caused me the most humiliation I have ever suffered in my life. You're saying that I was the insensitive one tonight? I'm sorry, you're going to have to be more specific. Exactly what did I do that was insensitive? You didn't tell me anything that I needed to know. I had no idea that you were some kind of super chef or that Joey has bad allergies. If you had simply told me the truth, none of this would have happened. You see, if you hadn't hidden a lot of crucial information from me, I wouldn't be in the position I'm in right now. So I think it's clear to any reasonable person that none of this is my fault. So let me get this right. You're saying that if I weren't a super chef but was just an ordinary housewife, and if my husband Joey didn't have severe food allergies, then you could have thrown away all the food that I cooked and demanded I order a bunch of expensive food for you? And that would have all just been hunky-dory, is that right? That's not what I'm saying. It kind of is, though. The thing is, Cindy, I've been kind of uncomfortable with your behavior for some time now. What? You got a problem with me? Originally, you and Jerry were the ones living together with his parents in their family's house. But then the two of them got into a car crash, leaving them with some substantial injuries. They could still make do by themselves, but there were a lot of things they would need help with. And it was around that time that you started saying that you wanted to move out of the house, isn't that right? Yeah, and what of it? I got a job at a company out of the state. I had to move. And after we moved out, you guys moved in, right? So what's the problem? You're all doing fine, aren't you? Yes, we're doing quite well, thank you. Jerry even comes down here by himself on weekends to visit with us. I'm enjoying having my in-laws company, too. Okay, then why are you bringing this up? What are you trying to say? I was just thinking about something you said to me earlier. If Jerry told me I had to spend all my days babysitting his invalid parents, I think I'd divorce him on the spot. Do you remember saying that? It was only a few hours ago. Well, yeah. Jerry was telling me that back when you guys lived here, you barely ever did any of the housework. You always pushed it all off onto his mother. And you say that you got a job out of state, but there are plenty of companies in your industry that are much closer. Many of them pay better than the place you applied to as well. That seems odd to me. Yeah, well, no one asked you. Seriously, what's your problem? So I don't want to cook and clean and all that boring stuff. That's no business of yours. And what woman in their right mind would want to live with their mother-in-law breathing down their neck? Why do you always seem like you're having such a good time playing house with a bunch of geezers? It ticks me off just looking at you. Is that why you were treating me so poorly while you were here? That's awfully childish of you. You're the one who's name-calling. Geez, I didn't know you had such an awful personality. Well, I mean, I'm no saint. I'm actually quite upset at what you did to me. Jerry, Joey, and their parents are all incredibly warm, kind-hearted people. The reason I seem so happy all the time is that I genuinely enjoy their company. But I think that between the two of us, seeing how you abandoned Jerry's parents in their time of need and pressured Jerry to do the same, I'd say that demonstrates pretty well that you're the one with a far worse personality. No, it doesn't. Is that really all you have to say? Nuh-uh. I guess that's not surprising. It's hard to come up with a good comeback to the plain and simple truth. Leave me alone! Gladly. Oh, and I'll be showing this entire conversation to Jerry when I see him later. What? Is it that big of a deal? He already read our earlier text exchange. Yeah, but that was before Before you admitted that you pressured him to move out because you didn't want to do any housework and take care of his parents? Yeah, I'll bet you wouldn't want him to see that. But he's going to anyway. Wait, stop. Please don't do this. Good night, Cindy. Annie, no! Jerry, what's going on? I just picked up my stuff that Annie and Joey brought to the hotel, and when I opened my suitcase, there was a stack of divorce papers on top. Worse than that, you've already signed them? Why are you doing this, Jerry?
Honestly, I should have done this a long time ago.
What?
Listen, Cindy, do you remember why we were going to my folks' house for the weekend in the first place? You've been making massive withdrawals from my savings account, taking cash directly out of my wallet. You've even been selling some of my personal things at a pawn shop for cash. I can't trust you anymore. And I told you that I was thinking about divorce. We were going to come home this weekend to explain the situation to my parents to help make it less of a shock when we actually did get divorced.
Well, yeah, but I told you that I don't want to get divorced. So that means we just have to find some way to work through our differences.
That's not how it works, Cindy. When one half of the couple throws in the towel, that means it's game over. Your parents live pretty far away, so we haven't been able to visit them in person, but I talked to them on the phone. You know what they said? They said they were sorry for not raising you better, and that I should do whatever I feel is right. In other words, they're on my side and don't object to us getting divorced.
My mom and dad said that?
I've told my parents about the situation, too. The problem is that you just won't listen to reason, so I had no other choice. I was going to talk to you in front of my own family and have you sign the divorce papers then and there. And yes, my parents knew that was the plan and they were okay with it.
I don't get it. Why don't you understand? I told you I don't want to get divorced, period. End of story. We're staying married. And as for the other stuff, we're married, and that means what's yours is mine and what's mine is yours. It doesn't matter if you had all the money saved up from before we got married. I had every right to help myself to whatever I needed.
There you go again. When I tell you something important like my brother's allergies and his wife's occupation, you forget it. When I say I want a divorce, you ignore me. When I tell you not to steal my stuff without my permission, you come up with some bizarre excuse for doing it anyway.
Well, excuse me for expecting I could rely on you for support. It's not so easy being a wife, you know. I have problems, too.
I'm well aware of that. That's why my parents and I were going out of our way to accommodate you and make you comfortable. We knew you weren't very comfortable doing housework, so my mom always took the lead and did the lion's share. And as for me, I always did as much of the heavy lifting stuff around the house as I could. My dad, too, was constantly asking me if there was anything we could do to make you feel more at home. But when my parents got hurt, what did you do? Absolutely nothing!
Yeah, well, I had a good reason for that.
What good reason could you possibly have to refuse to help your own family? In the end, we had to push all the things we should have been doing onto Joey and Annie. Don't you feel guilty about that at all?
Of course I do. I'm really grateful to Joey and Annie for everything. Stop talking about me like I'm some kind of monster.
I don't know. Saying you'd sooner divorce me than help support my parents was pretty monstrous.
I can explain that.
Don't bother. I'm not interested in hearing it. I've learned my lesson with you. An explanation is never an explanation, just another excuse. Once you sign those divorce papers, send them to my parents' house. I'll go to our apartment while you're not there to pick up my stuff. I'm terminating our lease at the end of the month, so make sure you pick up your stuff before then.
But, Jerry, what am I supposed to do from now on? I can't make ends meet on just my own salary.
Are you serious? You can't even take care of yourself?
Yes, I'm serious. So if you're really going to abandon me like this, at least give me something to help me get started.
All right, that's fair. We are still married for now.
That's right.
So here's some free advice. Sell all the high-end handbags and shoes you bought with the money you took from my account.
Can't actually expect me to do that.
You should be glad that I'm not demanding you pay me back for them. Sell them and use the money to get yourself started. That's all the help I'm gonna give you.
But come on, I really like all that stuff. And how am I supposed to face my coworkers wearing normal shoes? They'll notice all my good shoes and handbags are gone right away.
No, they won't.
Yes, they will. You just don't understand. You know what? If you're going to be that way, then I'm not signing anything. And if I don't sign them, that means we're still married.
If that's the way you want it to be, fine. I'll talk to my lawyer about my options. See you in court.
Court?
Those are your options. Take what you've already taken and walk away, or I'll take all of it back. It's kind of ironic. I read your text exchange with Annie, and you were telling her this weekend was going to be a test whether she was worthy of being in the family, right? Looks like you should have been more concerned whether you were worthy yourself. Now, I strongly suggest you don't do anything to make me change my mind on giving you a choice.
Okay, Jerry, you win.
So, things got a little weird yesterday, huh? Sorry about your food getting thrown away yesterday.
It's okay, Jerry. There's nothing you need to apologize for. I'm sorry I talked about helping you work things out with your wife. I didn't know how bad things were between you.
Nah, you had no way of knowing. I only ever told my parents about what was going on. I should have let you know, too.
I guess I can say this now that you're getting divorced, but that woman has zero self-awareness.
Tell me about it. I have no idea what I was thinking marrying her. I feel bad about the trouble I caused you and my parents, too. One day while we were still living there, Joey came over to visit. Then Cindy just started complaining about anything and everything. That's when Joey offered to live there in our place, and I was so sick of Cindy's complaining that I took him up on it. I shouldn't have done that.
Hey, doing what's best for your wife is what any husband would do in normal circumstances. It's just that your circumstances were far from normal. Anytime you're hungry, feel free to stop by. I'll whip up a fresh batch of whatever you're craving. After all, I still owe you for introducing me to your brother. I've had people send their compliments to the chef before, but asking if I wanted to date their brother, that was a new one. And it's like I told Cindy, I like my life here just fine. Thanks for being such a good big brother, in-law, to me, Jerry.
And thank you for being such a good little sister-in-law. Take care of Joey for me, you hear?
Sure thing. So, did I pass the test? Am I worthy of being part of the family?
Oh yeah, with flying colors.
In the end, Cindy ended up willingly signing the divorce papers. At first, she tried to get alimony and a share of Jerry's assets, but he was ready for that. His lawyer told her that if she did that, then Jerry would press charges for theft. That would stick her with a criminal record and a massive fine in addition to paying him back. She didn't put up a fight after that. She tried to move back in with her parents, but they kicked her right back onto the sidewalk. They told her they were embarrassed to be her parents. Word about her divorce and the circumstances surrounding it spread throughout Cindy's workplace. She wasn't well liked as things stood, so this just cemented her position as the least popular person in the company. The constant cold shoulder from her colleagues got to be too much to handle, so she quit. As for me, things have settled down around here, and I'm enjoying my life. Jerry comes by for dinner pretty often, and he offers to pay me ridiculous amounts of money every time. It feels good to have my skills appreciated, but I wish he would take no for an answer.
Did you decide on a date for your wedding? I need to know as soon as possible, so I can plan ahead.
Yeah? Why? Do you have something else to do that day?
What do you mean, why? You know I do shift work, so I'll have to make sure I'm off that day. And I'll have to find some time to go shopping to get something to wear, make hair appointments, and all that. There's lots of things I'll have to schedule and do to get ready. I've been looking forward to seeing you get married ever since you were a little girl. It's one of my biggest dreams as a mother.
Huh? You're coming to my wedding? Are you serious?
What? Of course I am. Why wouldn't I? I'm your mom, and I want to be there for you on your special day.
But I don't want you there. I don't want you anywhere near me or my fiancé or his family.
Huh? Why not? What did I do to deserve this? How can you say such a thing to your own mother?
If you think about it just for a bit, I think you'll see why. You're an embarrassment to me and everyone around you.
No, I don't see why I wouldn't go. And I don't see how I'm an embarrassment. I'm your mother. I gave birth to you, raised you, fed you, clothed you, supported you. How can you be so ungrateful and cruel?
Because my fiancé's whole family are doctors. They're all successful, educated, respected people. And what are you? A high school dropout who works at a convenience store. Do you know how embarrassed I'd be if my high school dropout of a mom showed up at my wedding? They'd look down on me and judge me for being related to you.
But to not have your own mom show up at your own wedding, wouldn't that look even worse? Wouldn't that make them think that there's something wrong with our family or our relationship?
I'll just make up some excuse like you're sick and you can't go outside or something like that. Or maybe that you died in a car accident. Anything is better than having them see you in person.
Don't say things like that. Please, don't do this to me. I've been looking forward to seeing you all dressed up in your wedding dress, walking down the aisle, as long as I can remember. It's the happiest moment of a mother's life. Don't take that away from me.
I don't care about that. All I care about is mine. And mine depends on marrying into this family and becoming one of them. And having you there would ruin everything for me.
You've never mentioned this before. Why are you just bringing this up now? Did someone on his side say something about me? Did they pressure you or threaten you or something?
Nobody has said anything directly about you, but I can sense how they feel. They don't think very highly of you. They think you're trashy and low class and ignorant. They've all got MDs or PhDs. And you're sitting there without even a high school diploma. What do you think they'd think? The only reason they're even allowing me to marry their son is because I at least have a degree from a reputable school. Being associated with you is a huge strike against me. Honestly, I'm considering cutting you out of my life altogether.
What? You're not. You don't have to go that far, do you? You can't just erase me from your life like that. I raised you your whole life, and you're just going to abandon me now? How can you be so heartless and selfish?
My fiancé is the most important thing to me right now.
I'm not going to do anything to offend anyone in his family, and I promise I won't do anything to embarrass you.
If you were beautiful and dropped out of high school, maybe I could justify it. But you look like a regular old woman. You've got gray hairs all over the place, and your hands and skin are so wrinkly, you look even older than you are. With a high school dropout of a mom who looks like you, They're gonna do nothing but tease me about it for the rest of my life.
There's nothing I can do about how I look. I've been working from morning till night for the past 20 years just to keep a roof over your head and food on the table. I haven't had the time or money to go to a beauty salon or worry about how my skin looks. I've sacrificed everything for you.
Why the heck wouldn't you care about your own looks? You damn well should. You should have tried to look more like a mother who has a daughter who's marrying into such a great family.
Look, you know your grandfather was living with us because he was too sick to take care of himself. I not only had to work to raise you, I had to look after him at the same time. And I had to pay all of your grandma's hospital bills before she died too. I had to support everyone by myself. And by the time both of your grandparents had passed away, you were starting college. With all that tuition, everything's been really tough for me. No matter how long or how hard I worked, there never seemed to be enough money. Why can't you understand that?
Stop with your excuses. You only had to work that hard because you dropped out of high school. If you'd have gone to college, you could have gotten a decent job that paid well. You brought this all on yourself. A dropout single mother? My God. You're a disgrace. Why didn't you at least finish high school? Is it because you were too stupid?
I couldn't finish high school because of circumstances beyond my control. That's why I was working so hard to make sure you never had to go through what I went through. And that's why I worked so hard to help put you through a decent college. I did all this for you because I love you. I thought if I could see you get married and be happy, all my hard work would be worth it.
Why are you trying to make it sound like I owe you something for doing this? It's a parent's duty to raise and provide for their children. If you didn't have the funds or weren't prepared to support me until I was an adult, you shouldn't have given birth to me. But you did. So it's only natural that you work your butt off to provide for me until I'm old enough to get out on my own.
Why are you talking to me like this? I agree with some of your points. You have to understand everyone has different circumstances, especially us. We've been through so much together, and we've always been there for each other. We're family, and nothing can change that.
It doesn't matter. You just don't fit in with the kind of family I'm marrying into. You better not come to my wedding. If you really care about me like you say you do, you'll stay away from me and my fiancé and his family. You'll leave me alone and let me live my own life. Mom, how could you do this to me? Why did you say you're not paying for the wedding? You know that the bride's family is supposed to pay. It's tradition. My fiancé's family already agreed to help out and pay half. So why are you suddenly refusing to pay any of it? Do you know how embarrassed I am right now? Do you know how angry and disappointed they are with me?
What are you talking about? Why should I pay? You said I'm an embarrassment to you, and you forbid me from even going to your wedding. You don't want me anywhere near you or your fiancé or his family. You said all those horrible things to me, and then you expect me to pay for half of your wedding? Are you kidding me? I'm not giving you another cent for anything ever again. You're an adult now. If you want something, pay for it yourself.
So now you're just going to abandon your own daughter? You're heartless. You don't care about my happiness or my future. You're just a selfish and cruel woman who only thinks about yourself.
Say whatever you want. No matter what you say to me, you're not getting another cent. You've made your choice, and you have to live with the consequences. Well, fine. Go ahead. But don't expect me to help you or support you or love you anymore.
Whatever. Do whatever you want. I don't need you or your money or your love. I don't know why this surprises me at all. You've always been a disappointment and a failure as a mother. I'm done with you. I'm never speaking to you again. So don't ever try contacting me again. You're not my mom. You're nothing to me.
What's this? Are you saying you knew? Did you find out somehow? Did you see the papers?
What? Knew what? What are you talking about? What papers?
That none of my blood is in your veins. That I'm not your biological mother. That I adopted you when you were a baby.
What are you talking about? None of your blood is in my veins? Is this some kind of joke? Are you trying to mess with my head?
It's no joke. It's the truth. The truth that I've been hiding from you for so long.
Huh? Then you mean, are you saying you're not my real...
I knew I'd have to tell you sometime, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. So I've been trying to keep it a secret from you. When you were only 3 months old, I took you in. I adopted you as my own daughter. And I loved you with all my heart.
Huh? Wait, hold on. Then my parents? My real parents are somewhere, right? Who are they? Where are they? Why did they give me up?
Do you want to know who your real mom is? Do you want to know where she is and why she left you?
Of course! I want to know everything. Give me her number. I want my real parents to be at my wedding. Maybe they'll be proud of me and happy for me.
Huh? What are you talking about? You're gonna forbid the woman who raised you your whole life to come, and instead, you're gonna invite someone who you've never met? Someone who doesn't even know your name, or your face, or your voice?
Yes, even though I've never met them, it's better than having the mother of the bride seat empty at the wedding. It's better than having no one there who shares my blood or my genes or my history.
Don't you want to know what kind of person gave birth to you?
Well, of course. But there's no doubt they'll be better than a high school dropout. I doubt there's anything worse.
Really? Okay. I don't know your real mom's phone number or where she lives, but I think I have some proof of who she is somewhere in my house. I'll find it and send it to you. When you see who it is, you can try to track her down yourself and get into contact with her.
Okay, I will. I've always wondered how someone like you could have been my mom. I suspected long ago that you weren't. We've got nothing in common. I've always believed a child should be with their real mom.
I've always treated you as my own daughter. I devoted my entire life to you. I did all that for you. And you're still going to say something like that?
I told you before. Stop acting like I owe you something. I can't believe this. You've had me tricked this whole time. I want my real parents at my wedding. Get whatever information you have sent to me right away, you fraud. Mom, you tricked me again, didn't you? How could you do this to me?
From the way you're acting, I see you found your real mom, huh? You found the woman who gave birth to you, but didn't want you.
Yeah, I found her. When I got the records you sent me, the ones with her name and picture and criminal history, the ones that shattered my whole world and made me question everything I ever knew. My fiancé hired a private investigator to find her. He wanted to surprise me and make me happy. He wanted to reunite me with my long-lost mother. He didn't know what kind of monster he was digging up.
Then invite her to your wedding like you wanted to. That's what you wanted, isn't it? You wanted your real mother to be there, and then introduce her to your fiancé and his family and show them how proud you are of her.
I'm not inviting someone like that! I'm not inviting a murderer to my wedding! She's nothing but a monster! She tried to kill someone to get insurance money! She went to prison! She's a disgrace and a nightmare!
That's right, but she's out of prison now, isn't she? She should be able to go to your wedding. She should be able to see you get married and be happy.
What the heck is going on here? Explain this to me. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you torturing me like this?
If you must know, your mom is my older sister. She's really beautiful and knows what men want. Guys have been lining up to be with her since she was young, and because of that, she's always thought she's better than everyone else. So everyone in our family hated her. One day, she decided she wanted to be rich. So she married a rich guy 10 years older than her. But I guess she decided splitting his money wasn't what she wanted. So she devised a plan to try to get it all. I don't know if she planned on trying to kill him before they got married or not, but it seems she wanted all his money and maybe even some extra from his life insurance. But before her plan could work, her husband found out she had been secretly poisoning him, and she was arrested. By the time all that was found out, she was already pregnant.
You mean with me?
That's right. But her husband wanted nothing to do with the daughter of the woman who tried to kill him, so he refused to take you. That's when I decided to take you rather than have you put up for adoption. My parents used all the savings they had to hire a lawyer to help my sister, but it wasn't enough. The cost of the trial and the extra mouth to feed was too much. I had to quit school and find a job to help my parents out and to raise you.
So that's why you didn't graduate high school?
Some people said it wasn't worth doing all that for a child of someone like her. But even though your mom had done a horrible thing, I didn't think you should suffer for it. I did my best to shield you from the sins of your mom. I knew if you were associated with someone like that, it would make your life even more difficult.
That's why. Even up till just last week, you try to keep it a secret from me?
For the past 24 years of your life, I loved you and raised you like you were my own, but that wasn't enough for you. You wanted even more than that. And when you told me I wasn't your mom, I thought you knew. So, I thought you wanted to know who your real mom was. Recently, I had been considering never telling you the truth and just taking that secret with me to the grave.
So, you were never planning on telling me about my real mom?
I wanted to at first, but it was mostly my parents who thought I shouldn't. When my sister was sent to prison for attempted murder, my parents were so ashamed. They didn't want to be seen in public anymore. They got rid of pretty much everything in the house that was tied to her, even the baby pictures they had of her. We moved away from that town, and my parents never spoke of her to anyone again. But those things I sent you, those are what I secretly took from my parents before they destroyed everything of my sister's. If you ever wanted to know who your real mom was, I figured it would be best if I had some proof, or something that might lead you to her. I'm glad I kept those things now.
No, you sent those things to me so my fiance would find out, didn't you? You kept those things to use against me, didn't you?
What are you talking about? I gave you those things because you said you wanted to know. They helped you find your real mom, didn't they?
Shut up! Think about what you've done! Now my fiance's family knows that the bride's mother is a criminal! This is terrible!
Oh? Is that worse than her mother being a high school dropout? I guess you never considered there are worse things than that, did you?
It's not just that. They know my mom was only after money and tried to kill her husband to get it. What do you think they're going to assume I'm doing?
Well, I can't blame them for that. If I was in your fiance's position, I'd be concerned that you'd be trying the same thing that your mom tried too. I'd be scared you might be trying to take my life.
My fiance's parents said that they want the wedding postponed, which is basically their way of saying they don't want their son marrying a criminal's daughter because it would be bad for their reputation. I'm sure it's just a matter of time before the wedding is canceled altogether.
That's not surprising. It's an unfortunate situation.
What are you talking about? That's what you'd say if this was happening to someone you barely knew.
That's because it is. I'm not your mom. You told me that yourself not too long ago.
Well, yeah, but I didn't know my real mom would be such a horrible person.
You chose the person you had never met over the woman who raised you your whole life. I went along with your decision, and I gave you the information you wanted so you could find your real mom. You found her, so I'm not your mom anymore, and that means you're not my daughter anymore.
I was angry. It was a slip of the tongue. It could happen to anyone. I didn't mean it.
You didn't say it. You typed it. Are you saying it was just a slip of the finger?
I only have one mom. You know that. You were my mom then, and you're still my mom now.
You can't just flip sides whenever it's convenient for you. Your fiancé is about to dump you, so now you want to come running back to me? Do you think I'm going to fall for that?
Mom, I'm sorry. I apologize. Please forgive me. Mom, please, I'm sorry.
I know you meant what you said to me before. Now you've got to take responsibility for your decisions. You're supposed to be an adult. If you can't take responsibility for your own actions, I must not have raised you very well. But from now on, I'm not going to be looking after you or helping you out ever again. I devoted my entire life to you. I worked hard and gave you everything I could possibly give you. I have absolutely nothing left to give you, and that includes any love. That was the end of Camilla's fairy tale. Her fiancé's parents were outraged when they learned the truth about her biological mother. They came from a family of doctors, and they cared deeply about their reputation and status. They could tolerate me being a high school dropout, but they couldn't accept having a murderer in their family tree. They demanded that their son break off the engagement, or else they would disown him. He had no choice but to obey. Camilla was devastated. She had been bragging to everyone about her upcoming wedding, about how she was going to marry a handsome and successful doctor, and how she was going to join a prestigious and wealthy family. She had posted pictures of her engagement ring, her wedding dress, her wedding venue, and her wedding invitations on social media. She had hundreds of friends and followers who liked and commented on her posts, congratulating her and envying her. But when she had to announce that the wedding was canceled, it was a huge blow to her ego. She felt humiliated and ashamed. She tried to make up some excuses, but the truth soon came out. Someone leaked the news article about her real mother's crime and conviction, and it went viral. Everyone saw it and talked about it. Her friends turned their backs on her. They unfriended her, unfollowed her, blocked her, ignored her, or mocked her. Camilla was left alone and miserable. She realized that she had lost everything that mattered to her. Her fiancé, his family, her friends, her popularity, her status, her happiness. She realized she had made a terrible mistake by rejecting me and hurting me. She tried to contact me again. She begged me to forgive her and take her back, but I didn't answer. I blocked her number and deleted all of our messages. I erased all traces of her from my life.